I hated looking at childhood photographs of myself. I still do. I almost never talk about my own childhood memories because I never had a good childhood to enjoy experiencing. I had a father I used to live with until he got me too scared to even get along with. I had 4 brothers I used to live with, but they would never get along with me because of what I believed in. I have a mother who I lived with my entire life, but I would show my love for her much more if she would just look into what I have been trying to make of myself over who I wanted to be since my childhood. I almost never talk about my memories in grade school because I never had any great memories in grade school at all. Because of what I had believed in as a child during my years in grade school, I had been picked on, made fun of, and most times have been called by many names, many that were not very nice at all. It was all because of the way I lived, the things I did, and the type of world that I looked at, something no one else would want to get involved with. But back then, this whole problem we now call as bullying was never brought up as a major epidemic. It should have. And I had wished for years that someone could have brought this serious issue sooner than now. I was one of those who had been victimized by the bullying. I had been bullied around a lot during my years in school. Yet back then, very little people ever fought back on my defense against the bullies. And all I did as a result of all this was struggle. I struggled and I suffered, all with almost no help at all. I barely did end up graduating from high school, but I had to go through several alternate obstacles prior to that in order to make that happen. I had to take summer school twice, and I had to be transferred to an alternate school to attend for over a year. But I survived. And I was just lucky enough to do so. Because I don't think that anyone would be that lucky compared to what I had gone through back then. Imagine being that type of a child, living through a life of bullying, especially the type of bullying that I myself have gone through at a young age. I had very little or no supportive defense against the bullying back then. I have lived to tell my story about it. And I can proudly say that I am still lucky to be living, because I believe that there are not many else who are that equally as lucky as I am. But if there is anything that I had learned from surviving the bullying, it's that it made me a stronger person. I still believed in who I wanted to be. The bullies who had picked on me over my early years, who thought back then that they knew better than I would, didn't know better. But I didn't need them anyway. Because what the bullies would believe in would not be what I believe in. I believed in being who I am. I believed in myself. I always had, and I still do. The young people who bully others around may think they know better, but they don't. The young victims of the bullies don't need to agree with them if they don't want to. And as I speak out on behalf of anyone who has ever been a victim of the bullying, such as myself, we are better than the bullies. Because we are what we believe in. Don't let anyone push you around because of what you believe in. Don't let them stop you from reaching your goal on who you want to be in order to make a difference for others in need. If you believe in staying true to yourself, then be who you are. I am better than the bullies. You are too. I was bullied around, but I had not given up, and I still won't. You wouldn't either, because you too are better than the bullies. You have a life to live. So do I. The bullies don't. You are better than them. So be better.